Hello everyone. So today we're going to be talking about some more discoveries that have been made about this build. Some of which I've seen firsthand, some of which I was told about in the comments of my last video, and some of which I found just by walking around a little more and just experimenting with different controls on different characters. So we're just going to run down the quick things. This will be much shorter than my last video. So first off, this early pistol that I have here, I have no clue what I was thinking when I thought it looked like a deagle. This is clearly much more inspired by the Luger. And I also noticed there's some writing on the side of it here. So, not a whole lot of crazy stuff with the textures besides the Luger inspiration, but just wanted to point that out. Yeah, this is definitely a Space Luger, not what I thought it was. Next thing, there are some additional camera controls I was not aware of in my initial video. So the tab key has different functions depending on what camera mode you're using. For example, right now I'm using the flying camera, but while it's normally stationary, when you're controlling a character, the camera is stationary. But if you hold tab, you can gain control of it again and move it around to your liking. So by holding tab now, I lose control of the characters, but as long as I keep holding tab, I can move the camera around as I need to. Now we're back. So, we are in the following camera. We can use the mouse wheel to zoom in or out. We can get about this close. And as you can see, the third-person perspective can go out a very far distance here. Well, it lets you get a very good view of the environment at least. And while staying in third person, if you hold the tab key and then rotate, well, it gives you the ability to rotate the camera around yourself while holding tab. So you can move forward and all that, but your character won't change direction, and just the camera will. And in the orbiting camera, you can also rotate it this way as well, the same way as in third person. Then you just let it kind of go again. So yeah. Additional camera controls I did not know about. I feel like there's definitely a lot of ways you can make this look a little more cinematic as well using those camera controls. Okay. Oh. Alright. So, on to some other discoveries. So, the Elite here is quite special, actually. The blue Elites can do this as well, but I was told by somebody in the comments of my last video that by pressing F, you can actually bring up the energy shield that he had in the E3 trailer. And that stays on for any weapon that he uses, but it looks best, of course, with the sword. And another thing I found out with the Elites is they've got quite a few animations that can be previewed. So by pressing 1, you can make their mouth move, similar to Chiefs and the Marines. But by pressing 2, you get this sort of animation. Then 3 is a similar sort of animation. I think it's like the same, actually. Just a mouth opening wider. By pressing 4, you get his sort of roar that he does, or that the Elites can do. 5 is a... looks better if he's got something like this. It's like he's looking around. Then This one looks as though he's been injured. It's like the animation that they take as they die at the very end of the E3 trailer, I believe. And you can shoot the control. You can shoot the gun as he's going down to sort of mimic the E3 trailer. So that's probably exactly how they got that shot. They just played that, and then as he was falling, they just timed it right so that he would shoot a bit before he died. Very interesting how they probably did it like that. Really, I mean, you have access to. I mean, what I've found is you have access to nearly all the character animations used from that E3 trailer. Oh, this animation is 7. If you time the sword attack right, so the sword glows, you can like create the effect of him stabbing someone. If you like press them at the same time, you can really get it if you do this. Yeah.
All clear. Looks like nobody's.
If you just time the button presses correctly, you can make it look pretty cool. But yeah. So, some additional animations. There's a couple more. So a simple death where he's just blown back. Another death where he just falls in a different way. And then standard death animation, 0, which every NPC can use. So yeah, quite a few animations. Much more than I initially thought. Because Chief doesn't have any additional animations using all the additional numbers. So I assumed that that's just how every NPC was. He can only just talk with 1 and like have a death animation with 0, but the elites and marines can do quite a bit more actually. So something else I found out is how to actually pick up the weapons on the ground. So we'll just test it by killing this elite here, I guess. So by crouching over the dropped weapons, you can pick them up. Here we go. And these weapons, they don't really look like they mesh all that well with Chief. Like he's holding the plasma rifle kind of wrong and he reloads it like he's reloading an ordinary assault rifle. This gun functions pretty much the same though. So, now I'm going to show you some additional marine animations. So, we got the standard talking animation. 2 is like looks like a slightly altered version of the talking animation. 3 doesn't do anything. 4 does like a celebratory stance, I guess. And then 5 is this animation. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0 just I've noticed that the marine death animations though are all as if they're being stabbed by the sword elites from the trailer. I think that's identical with all of them really. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they've all got pretty much the same animations or very similar ones. So there's that. But when it comes to this marine up here, there is one marine that has a frag grenade. You may recognize this one in the trailer, in the shots where He sacrifices himself to take down several elites. And he still has that same grenade from the trailer.
Hey, Stooges.
Yep. Left clicking with it, I don't believe does anything really. However, if you right click, he just explodes and does a lot of damage to anyone nearby him. And I've tried to kill him and then take the grenade as a pickup. You can still pick up the grenade here, but it doesn't really work with anyone besides him because if you hold it as somebody else, oops, wrong button. It just appears as a pistol. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm using it right now, but it still shows up as a pistol and just functions like a regular pistol. Also, right-clicking with the pistol I found just shoots this sort of laser of, like, bullets, but they don't really do any actual damage. They create blood splatters, but they don't do real damage like just shooting it regularly would. So, yeah. You can pick up the grenade. It just functions like a pistol when anyone else picks it up, though. Only he can properly use it, and it can't be thrown. He just uses it to self-destruct, basically. So as well as having the unique grenade that no one else has in this Marine also has some more unique animations. Almost all of his animations that you can get by pressing the numbers are death animations in different orientations. So, like, that was 1 and 2. Yeah, he doesn't even have, like, a talking animation, really. Even his talking key would just be one that shows a death animation instead. These ones are similar to the other ones, though. So yeah. This is a slightly more unique Marine, probably because he had a different sort of role in the trailer. But yeah. Those were some insane flips that I did just there. I think I'm mastering this new engine of physics here. Here we go, look at that. Alright. Oh. Just a little too much force there. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay. Am I? Hang on. What do I look like right now? I swear I felt a lot shorter than I was just there. I guess the camera kind of messed up. So, these elites, in case you're wondering, they also have pretty much all the same properties as the red elite from before. I think the only difference is just the color that they have. So they can also pull up an energy shield. They've got all the same animations as the red elite. So yeah. Even they can pull out the energy shield. It's not limited to just the red elites. So over behind this facility a bit, become this way. There's actually a couple of ghosts on this beach over here with a couple of elites by them. I did not notice these before because they're kind of hidden and a little out of the way. So I drove them for a bit. They have a gliding property very similar to the finished ghosts in Halo 1, but these do glide a lot more. The plasma repeaters are obviously a little different as well. Speed on this can get kind of insane at times. So we'll do that. And you could almost treat this like a skate park or something with these vehicles. Just go gliding all along the mountains, the cliffs. So, yeah, early ghosts around here. Still no, like, proper collision yet, though. So, moving on from that. So I found out these doors actually can be opened, but my problem was I was using Z on this control panel here, but in actuality you have to use it on the door itself, and then it'll open. And then after a few seconds it'll close on its own again. So yeah, there is actually door animations in this, which I was not expecting. So progressing into the building here. So these doors also have proper animations if you just activate the door themselves. So yeah, simple animations, but I was not aware that they were there before. With this hologram panel thing, I did not realize before, but apparently, I'm guessing because of my renderer, this is actually not working as it's supposed to be. Someone else made a video using the sort of technology that would be used in a 1998 PC, and their video looks much different than mine in a lot of ways. Most especially in this hologram, as it shows the full detail, and it looks great in that one. Also, apparently, I had missed this before, but there's actually a little room in the hallway behind these guys. Let me just use this sword as a light, but I don't believe anything is past this area, because if I look past these doors, it looks like nothing is there. Nothing is there. So this seems to be the back of the room. Not sure why they even had this room. I guess in case they needed more space. But on the other side over here, these elites have a closed door behind them with, I don't believe, any room. No, just a void there. So I'm not really sure what the idea was there. I believe this structure has been explored fully, or pretty closely anyways. So yeah, those are all the additional discoveries I've been told about and have found. So far, I still haven't seen any kind of banshee, and if anyone else has anything else that I missed, please let me know. Thank you all for showing support to that video as well. I did not expect it to get as many views as it did, so I thank you for that. If there are any secrets left to this build, they will hopefully be found soon, and I'll be showing them, hopefully. And soon there will be no secrets left for this build and what is possible to do within it. So for now, thank you for watching, and goodbye until the next video.